Hey, welcome everybody. We are live for the Florida State Scholastic Invitationals. My name is Matthew Cole, Secretary of the Florida Chess Association, and I have with me a very special guest from the Netherlands, Guy Bielderman. How you doing today, Guy?
Good. I'm enjoying the nice weather we have here.
All right, awesome. Hey, thank you so much again for helping me out today. I'm definitely already pretty tired, but it's been a long week. Hopefully, it's been better for you. So for those that are just now tuning in, I do want to give a heads up that this is a 5-minute stream delay for this tournament, as it is 60 minutes plus a 10-second increment. So this has helped to alleviate any potential cheating. Hopefully that we won't have any problems, as it's only a 12-player field with 4 in each section. So let me go ahead and update you and Guy here on what exactly the this tournament is all about. It is the Invitationals. Every year we actually do it over the board, but obviously due to the pandemic, we can't do this. We would have over 100 players playing in this classic tournament, competing in the championship section in order to go to the next step, the either the Danker, the Rockefeller, or the Barber Chess Championship, which each player who wins in their state represents their state for each section. So, how's that sound to you?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So it's definitely a big weight on their shoulders. This is very important. We were able to actually get these people together at the last month here, which had a little bit, couple difficulties, but luckily we were able to get a very strong field. I do want to go ahead and do some honorable mentions. We have here the Danker quad up on screen. Raghav, please excuse me if I butcher any names. I have Raga Vanket, who is Raga Vanket as their lead chess username. We also have Ben Chen as I Play Online Chess. We have Xavier Alvarez as Xavier1726, and we have Nicholas de la Colina as Magician from Riga 8. Hopping over to the Barber quad, we also have, excuse me, National Master here, Bach Nu, as Pawns Are Pieces. We have Eric Erica. This is Eric Zhao. We have Jaden Lang as Wham Zarkter, and we have Abraham Bathuri as Thaku Babu. And finally, we have in the last quad here, let's see. Do I have this right? I do. Okay, so Ayush Roy as Roy Ayush, Nate Ziegler as The Shaker, Brajesh as Bajay, and Canon Feguru, excuse me if I'm butchering these names, as Can 1010. And they are already getting started on their first games here. Guy, do you happen to have the games in front of you? I didn't even think of that until just now.
No, I have nothing in front of me. I'm just playing the gullible fool right now.
All right.
Just ironic, man.
Do you happen to have a Skype?
Of course I have a Skype.
Okay, so what I did before when I had a commentary and do in order to share my screen, I was able to pull up Skype. So let's go ahead and connect there real quick.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right, let me start it up.
Guys, it's always something. It really is always something.
Oh, come on. Hey, these things make life interesting. Imagine life being easy and just going your way all the time. It sucks. Come on.
Exactly. All right, Guy Bielderman, is it Shakmatsky? Is that your username?
Oh, I have to take it. No, it's simple guybuilderman@hotmail.com.
Okay, let me go ahead and pull that up real quick.
I think I should have. Let's see if I can get you in there, or it was Brian.
Okay.
Oh no, there you have it. Here you go. Let me say hi.
Oh, there you are. Awesome. Thank you. Accept. And make sure to mute your microphone on that end, otherwise we're going to have an echo.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear an echo right now. As long as you mute your microphone on Skype, we're good to go.
Yeah, all right.
All right, beautiful. You sound great now. Awesome. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen as
Thank
well.
you.
And please let me know if you see my screen.
I can see your screen.
Awesome. All right, so we can actually commentate together on the same games.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and start for. I like to build from round 1 to round 3, but with 2 hours each round, we're gonna have plenty of time to hop to all games. So let's start from the bottom seed, or not. When I say bottom, I mean like the K through 5 section, which is the Rockefeller, if I'm not mistaken. Here, let me triple check. This looks right. Yep, this is for the tournament for elementary school champions. So let's go ahead and start with Brajesh versus what's the name here? You can help me out too if you see it faster than me. Canon Feguru. There we go.
Yeah, I see Can 1010 and Beige.
Awesome.
That's it. I don't.
So USCF rated 2023 versus a 1920. And on the black, from the beginning, we have the Reti opening. All right, so
yeah, it's not a complete Reti here. Reti would have been Knight F3 D5 C4 into the hypermodern idea. This is more like I'm just making moves, right? And I'll see if I'm going to move my pawn to D3 and C4, or as he does with E4. So it becomes a King's Indian attack against the French.
Aha. There we go.
And we all know who loves to explain that on Chessable. That's our good friend Brian.
Yep. I go ahead and check them out, obviously, on Chessable. Anyway, so we have the 60 minutes here. This is plenty of time. These guys are just blitzing out their openings. By blitz, taking like 10 seconds per move.
For white, it's actually, this has been one of Fischer's favorite ways of fighting against the French, because he had problems fighting the French. And what White usually does is he plays e5 and then goes knight f1, h4, bishop f4, knight h2, knight to g4, and then try to break open with c4 or closer with d4, depends on how black plays.
Wow.
And then tries to actually throw every piece he has, including the kitchen sink, towards the king.
Now it seems like here it's kind of transposing a little bit into a French-like structure if White ever intends to play for d4.
Well, usually now what happens is b6, b7, or b5, depends on how black wishes to play it. They're both ways. Black's idea is he needs to win this on the queen side. That's the only way to do it.
Right. All right, let me go ahead and triple check on my end here. Go ahead and continue a commentary while I go ahead and double check the stream. Make sure it's good to go.
Sure, no problem. Yeah. No,
actually, we have. I'm sorry to interrupt. We do have Brian Tillis about to hop in here to say hello. So,
nice.
Yep. Let me go ahead and. All right. The tournament director himself will be on in a couple seconds when he hops on Zoom, and this is the third time I'm doing a 3-way call. So hopefully the layout of my stream will hold up here. Just a
thank
moment.
God you had that new PC, or else the old one would have gone.
Oh no, it would explode. No, this is great. But yeah, there he is. Okay, so let me go ahead and add him into the stream here. Admit.
There it is.
Can you hear us?
Now we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear.
All right.
Okay. So I can't see anybody's screen, so I was just gonna pop in. The other, the co-TD is handling things at the moment, but I just wanted to say it's great seeing all these young people jump in, and everybody's on time. We went through all of our anti-cheating procedures and everything, so everybody's on the same page. They understand tie breaks, and I'm already starting to see some glimmers of good chess, and all we're in is the openings at this point.
Yeah. Any particular game you would like us to look at for a moment?
Well, I know we're on a delay, and I can't see what you're looking at, so I can just see the screen from you two guys. But I just wanted to hop in and say I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of time and effort was put into making this tournament happen.
Yes.
The typical procedure when the individual Scholastic Championship does not take place because that's normally what we use as the decider of who's going to compete in the Denker, Barber, and now the Rockefeller, which is a recent tournament of Champions tournament. Each of these tournaments has one representative sent by each state, and normally you just take the highest rated when the individual Scholastic Championship doesn't happen. So the Florida Chess Association board made this invitational tournament happen so the players could actually fight over who's going. And it should be decided always in the tournament competition in my mind. I like to see the actual games. And we've got Florida's best in this tournament today, the up-and-coming players of the future. So I'm expecting big things, and I'm very, very excited about the tournament taking place.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Brian, on setting all this up. I mean, I've been with you some of the way, and the stress, I can't even imagine what you had to go through. So great job.
You hit these bumps, and I mean, one good thing that's coming out of this, there were major communications from the Florida Chess Association board, and I'll be making a motion as soon as this tournament is over to make drastic improvements to our communication and expectations for board members, because all players should have been reached, and this tournament was known about by the entire board for weeks now. Mm-hmm. And if it's not being communicated by everyone and supported by everyone, we need to know why, and we all need to be on the same page. So any hiccups that Kevin and I had to deal with last minute, and we were still working at 1 o'clock in the morning last night, that really shouldn't happen if everything is organized and everybody's on the same page. So we will be moving forward to make drastic improvements in the very near future. And, you know, when these things happen, when mistakes happen, all you can do is focus on the future and improving it. So far, we've some excellent online events with no issues. Mm-hmm. This was only a minor hiccup. This morning, we have all the players playing with no issues. So that's really it's the end result. You may see the tournament director going nuts and that type of thing, but it's very much like the baby duck on water. You need to see the calm above the water, and that's what we have here with the tournament starting today. But those feet, they're going a mile a minute underneath the water. So that's really what we have, and I'm just happy that everything has started smoothly, and I think that's going to be it for me for now. I just wanted to hop in and, you know, congratulations to all these players just as being one of the top in the state of Florida. Being recognized for that is a big deal.
Awesome.
So,
all right. Thank you so much, Brian. Yeah. Feel free to hop back in. Just go ahead and let me know.
With you guys, and I might pop in a note every now and then, even though it's a 5-minute delay. It's just to bother Matt at that point.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, thanks for having me.
We'll see you soon enough, Brian.
Absolutely.
And as a former tournament director, I can feel your pain and empathize. I know the troubles as a tournament director, what you can get yourself into.
Absolutely. All right, you guys have a good one.
Thanks. And at times you even think, oh, Atlas has it easy.
All righty. We'll talk to you later, Brian. Thank you.
All right, now we're back. We're here for the commentaries. We're going to do commentary.
Exactly.
Go back to the beginning of the game.
All right.
And
right.
D4, C5. Yeah.
Queen's Gambit. Hashtag
you're
Netflix.
going way too fast. Way too fast. Slow it down. Slow it down, buddy. The Queen's Gambit declined. One of the most played defenses for Black against D4. Many championships has been played in this as well. And what it's actually designed for as white, is, well, A3 is not really a good move. It's more like I'm afraid of bishop b4, but that's actually not really a threat. What it's designed for is you're going to create you're going to lock the black queen side and then attack with one pawn less than black has on it, the minority attack, and then try to break it open, make that center then weak, and then wipe it out. And black has to hold it down. It's a very classical way of playing chess. White has an advantage. He needs to start pushing to prove it, and black needs to hold on for dear life and defend it.
Right. Now, I know of the white player, Nate Ziegler. He is a very strong young player. Played him a couple times over the board in blitz chess, and he's a very positional player. Prefers slow chess instead of hyper tactical. So I'm expecting to see this game turn into a heavy grind. Which
yeah. If this is an opening for nice grinding work.
Which is kind of interesting too. You know, gambits are usually with the idea of aggression and attacking, which you can have in a Queen's Gambit, but it can also be very positional.
Yeah, it's quite positional. It depends on Black what he does. Does he accept the gambit? Does he defend it? If Black also says I want to grind, they don't go for the Queen's Gambit declined. They're going into the Slav defense.
Right.
They're not going to use the pawn on e6. They're going to use the pawn on c6. Specialties like from Kramnik.
So from the idea that a3 is kind of slow and not the best move here, how would Black best punish White?
Actually, develop.
So
just
he's doing it right.
Yeah, bishop e7. Just keep playing the standard plan because you actually won already a move.
Because normally this move would come with tempo.
Yes.
But this time Black saves a move. Aha, makes sense.
Yes, and now it just goes there. Yeah, and also that c6. That was a very important moment. Go back to c6. Suppose after this, White just simply plays bishop e2. So Black plays c6 and say White plays bishop to e2. Then you get the following. You can take on c4 with Black, and now this already takes a move. Black has to invest 2 tempi for 1 move. So that's already a win. Now Black can play b5, knight to b6, and a6 or e5. Depends on how he wishes to play it. And then go say like a6, and then go c5 and break open that center, use the bishop on b7, and it can go. And now you see the disadvantage. If you're not paying attention, it can go. And that a3 is actually now a more hindrance as well.
More of a target at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so for those that don't know Guy here, he's actually a very strong FIDE player. What was your peak rating?
My peak rating at the moment is 2154. I'm 64 points away of being a candidate master.
Yeah, definitely with the knowledge base to do it. So now it's all about opportunity. All right.
Yeah, it has to do with opportunity and also a reasonable amount of luck.
That is true. I didn't mean to switch colors here. I meant to keep it on the white side.
So let's go.
So we have c6.
So he took.
Captures.
Yeah.
We have like a reverse Carlsbad type of position.
Yeah, this is the Carlsbad, and now as Black is playing the Carlsbad as well. And take a look. Knight will now go to f8. And that's probably his move, just to defend everything else. But now for White, what's the plan for White? What he's going to do?
Well, White has a couple plans. Probably e4 is a standard idea too, but the question is, when's the timing of it? Maybe even a minority attack.
b4, minority attack. That is the key for Black in this opening. But if you play b4, you then need to invest time, say queen b3, before you can play a4, because that bishop is looking.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. But if you can get to b5, suppose you can get the pawn to b5, it then attacks one of the bases of the pawn on d5.
So undermining the center by attacking the base of the chain.
Yes, that's the idea of the minority attack. You want to attack that base. You actually want the pawn on b5 and the other pawn on a6. Completely attack the base of the chain. Because if that chain falls, White has the center.
Right.
And then White is better.
All right. Let's go ahead and hop on back into the game. They haven't made any moves yet. Let's go and see what the other sections are doing right now. Running out of time. I guess we're running out of time, Guy.
Why? What the hell?
It's probably because we had Brian hop on. They considered that a group meeting. So,
we need
the instant we go offline from Zoom, go ahead and send me another call. We'll be right back in. So, guys, I need to upgrade that Zoom. Sorry about that.
Well, you sent a bill to Brian. Hey, you're doing that work.
Exactly.
Come on.
All right, so let's go and hop into the barber quad, the midsection here. Specifically, let me go ahead and read it. This is the middle school section.
How old are these people? This is middle school. You already have a national master in there?
Yeah, Bach
What
Nu
are
is
you feeding those people?
he is a very, very strong player up in, I believe, Tallahassee. I can't remember exactly. I'm pretty sure. Bach Nu, or I might be confusing with Ben Chen. I don't see those two. No. Bach Nu is from Orlando with Orlando Chess House and Martin Hansen and so on. So, guys, go ahead and feel free to correct me in the chat, but I'm pretty sure I'm right with Bach Nu being from Orlando. Anyway, so pawns are pieces. Playing on the black side here. Let's go ahead and check it out. We have a potential Nimzo, and we do get a Nimzo.
This is a Nimzo. Well, straight into the Nimzo.
Ooh,
a Queen C2 variation. This is an Ishigiri's favorite way of playing. Also, Jan Gustafsson's on his Chess 24 repertoire stated that this was actually White's best way to get a slight advantage. Not a real big one, but just a slight and an easier game to play.
Right.
So, yeah, this is one of the absolute main lines of the Nimzo.
I'm expecting C5 on this move, or even D5.
Yeah, D5. This is the modern way of playing. The old way of playing here was using the move D6. And we're going to make a few simple moves for White. Let's say like Knight F3 or E3. Yeah.
Okay, just simple moves.
Yeah, you castle for Black. And I know there are errors in here because I didn't prevent something. I know. Played castle 4 before D6. I already know. Now,
we're just trying to get a normal position, get the idea down.
Queen E7, and then say Bishop to somewhere, and then you play. You take the knight. Yeah, and then play knight. Say D7 or E4 is also good. D7, and you're going to play E5. So you change the structure. You went from a white pawn chain setup to a black pawn chain setup by trading off your black bishop and then going in for getting your pawns on black. Yeah, F5 is one of those moves.
Because it probably follows along with that plan.
Yes, that's the idea. And you say like, and then knight BD7 and play E5, and that's how. This is one of the more flexible way of opening. I believe a fellow Dutch woman of mine, Maaike Keetman, made a Nimzo chessable course on this type of way of playing.
Nice.
But the modern way, presented by most grandmaster now, is playing on the white fields with instantly D5. So there are transpositions into Ragozin. This is now actually becoming a Ragozin instead of a Nimzo.
Okay. Right. Now it seems like normal theory moves here.
Yeah.
Now this is an important moment, guys. People will be like, do I give up the bishop? Do I not? Actually, in these variations, you do take it. Because you want to hopefully get the tempo on the queen if they go there. Or second, they could double their pawns and you can play against the pawn structure. So we got captures. And now how does black take advantage of this?
Actually, a setup in order like, say, b6, bishop a6, and knight a5 is usually used for getting an attack on the c4 pawn.
Okay.
But in here, I wouldn't play it, simply because white can actually play c takes d5. And he can get rid of his weakness. So it would be similar here, like play eventually b6, bishop b7, and then try to get the pawn on d5 to go away to open the line.
Gotcha.
Something in that order it would be here. Because
well,
if you imagine
go ahead, I'm sorry.
pawns on d6 and e5, then that plan would work because white cannot trade off his weakness.
Right, there is no pawn.
Yes.
All right, so we get castles, bishop e2. B6, there it is, getting that bad bishop into the game.
Oh, he does it.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well,
and
all right, now.
That's kind of like, that's a more like a Frenchy type of move, too. You try to get out your bad bishop.
Yeah, Nimzo Indian, and I think it's actually now Rogozin.
I think white has no choice but to capture. He also has this idea.
Is possible, but that's quite passive.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps knight bd2 is not that bad because you want to play e4.
Knight bd2 e5 could be an interesting thought. e5 e6 e4. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He needs to take. You're right. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
take. And now, knight, queen, or pawn? What will you use?
Oof. That's a tough one. I agree with queen. The pawn just felt like he might become a target there. He'll never move if they don't take.
Yeah.
And knight feels like he can get kicked, and then lots of space. Maybe a pass pawn. Not necessary.
No, even
queen takes.
If say white plays c4 here, I have a feeling that queen h5 will be played.
Getting from Aniket that Baknu is probably from Gainesville. Okay, maybe I was wrong. We'll see when people are in the YouTube section. They'll be like, "You guys are wrong with this," and it's like, I can't know everything.
Yeah. Look, I may have a body like an elephant, but not the memory of one.
Got a memory of a fish. I'll tell you that. Not Fisher, but like a regular fish. Anyway, so yeah, queen takes I agree with here. Keep that pawn structure the same. Knight might have some more future ideas here on e4.
Yeah, ideas like say queen h5 and then
so let's say
e8.
c4 is played.
Yeah, and then say queen h5.
Queen h5. This move I want to try to get in somehow. So
yeah, how?
Actually, how do you even prepare that? Because at any point, this knight can't really capture because of this. Oh, he could. Yeah, it's a good question. How does white get this in?
That's the idea. That's why queen h5 was an idea. And even if everything is traded, white will end up with hanging pawns.
Right.
d4 and c4, and black has e6 and b6, so both fields are protected.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very difficult for white to then try to do anything. So from a defensive standpoint, black is already better here.
Yeah, I'm expecting
now,
maybe rook e1.
How are they going to mate? Rook d1, I will probably play rook fd8.
Got d8.
Or take.
Takes first. Well, takes first seems like it might liquidate just in time.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a very nice endgame for black.
Okay.
Take a look at the c4 pawn. So first knight f6, prevent the invasion of the 7th rank.
Okay. Looking for ways to get rid of my weakness here, but it's tough. I don't see any way to.
Yep. All right, knight down, rook ac8.
Okay, c8.
All right, now rook c7.
c7. That's when we say chess is hard.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna put the other rook on c8. Oh, I'm not even gonna fret about that. Rook fc8.
He's like, I got tactics.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, and if you do c6,
counter tactics.
Probably. Don't think that's smart tactics. h6, create some air for the king.
Whoops.
And then.
This is. I mean, obviously we're not doing perfect play, but this is like an idea white could do, and black should be trying to stop it. So maybe knight just hopping in here.
No, in that last position, knight d5, knight d7, and the pawn will fall.
So here knight d5.
Yep.
Knight where?
97.
97.
e7. And then I'm going to take on c6. You're not fast enough. Oh, you cheeky little bastard.
We got parents in the chat. Parents in the chat.
No, I said cheeky. It's a normal word. Come.
This is true.
All right, now, rook to e7. That's nice. Rook e7. It needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. It seems white was. Your computer just said no to you completely.
Yeah, computer says no.
There we are. Sorry about that, guys.
It happens.
Yeah. So anyway, white did get some some initiative for this, but anyway, let's go all the way back to the beginning. I agree with Guy that it is a weak pawn. If white can make use of it, that's good. If it falls, then it's bad. So.
Yeah. It is easier for black to play in these positions.
Yeah. So what do we have that actually happens in the position? So we have queen so we have queen takes. And there is no c4. He's still thinking. Okay, so he goes to bishop b2.
bishop b2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first thing that I'm now trying to take a look at is actually c4 by black itself. I don't know if it works, or say knight a5, knight to c4.
I like c4. Try to cement this pawn on a backward square.
Yeah, because in this position, what and
c4, knight here.
The end game studies like knight against bad bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Those are ideas, and those are small fragments of the puzzle.
Yes.
Oh,
Most of black's pawns.
Yeah, like his bishop is bad. So how can I make my pieces in the best square? I need a knight on c4, or I need to cement him. One of the two, if I want to make an advantage. But the problem is with c4, you have to take a look at how can white get in e4. Because if he can get in e4, then my c4 pawn will become weak.
Right.
So now is the question, how will you get that done?
He's probably going to find an opportune moment to take here, but I don't see a good one. Maybe after c4, queen here, after captures, pawn takes, then we have bishop takes, knight, ruining the pawn structure.
Yeah. So my first move still here is c4. That's the first move. But
yeah, c4 just prevents all that. I like that move.
Yeah, but the problem is knight bd2.
So knight bd2, b5.
b5, e4.
e4.
And then, what will you do with black?
Offer a queen trade? What do you think?
Let's see. There's queen trade there. I would take it.
Yeah. Let's put it on the board for everybody.
Yeah, that one, that. Take it. All right. And now, no, not d5.
Not timed. No.
Not time. I would actually. My first.
I want to play g3.
G3 is one of the moves. Yeah, G3.
Or even f4.
That's actually a bit too much, I believe, because then f5 might not be a bad move.
Okay.
So if he plays f4, let's take a look at that. And that's just before, like f5 here. Now, if they play e5, knight e7. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, just a strong outpost.
G6 and then knight g7 and then knight e8, knight c7, knight d5, all those little knight hops. And yeah, so I'm not agreeing with so f4 is something that's too much.
Okay,
G3,
so g3
I can understand. All right, but now so let's say he goes back. Now I would simply play a simple move, f3.
Yes, definitely not e5, guys. You give away a square.
Yeah, you give away that square. So you don't do anything. What you've done now, and probably a move like king f2 will be needed somewhere. The knight is now no longer responsible for the defense, so it can find a new square. It needs to go somewhere. Yeah. But your break move with white is a4.
a4, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
get rid of your weakness.
Get rid of that one weakness and try to get like bishop a3, then a bishop to c5, d6. Try to get that in, and you will also have then knight to b1, knight a3, knight to c2, getting ready for knight b4. These are all very complex things to get, and you need to calculate if they tactically work. But this is the main strategy for white. Grab the center, hold it, and then make sure that you have a little break on the side, and you will be able to get rid of that pawn.
Gotcha.
That's the problem I have with c4. Like c4 looks good, but then white can instantly attack it. That's my problem with it.
All right, let's go ahead and now check out the oldest section. Oh man, I didn't mean to make it sound old, but this is the high school section. And
if they are old, then I'm already ancient. Oh.
And we have another national master, Raghav. He is very, very strong. He's played in a lot of our online tournaments as in the past year, specifically with the Orlando Chess House. Shout out to them. And he's currently playing against one of my, I believe, Miami students. Xavier.
Beginning.
So Xavier is actually very resourceful. When he's given like some help out of the opening, he can get some very strong positions and create a lot of chances. However, I believe he's a little bit rusty, just a little bit.
Also, WD-40 will do nicely then.
Exactly. So, but I believe he's going to be fighting back really hard here. So we have Rogov starting with the
Verasov.
Yep.
Yeah, the Verasov.
And it kind of transposes into a Jobava London.
This is the Jobava London. And hold it. Knight f5, e6. Yeah, that move is instantly on my radar. Like,
oof. I would have played it right away. Give me that bishop pair, please, or put the knight on the edge of the board.
Yeah, put the knight on the edge of the board, yeah. Yeah, I still think of the game of Jobava against Geary, who Geary actually quite easily dismantled the system.
So we have bishop e3, d3, bishop back.
Yeah, g6, bishop back, and then e5. This now starts to look more like a London than a Jobava London.
Correct. And he opts for the capture here.
Oh, that's strange.
If I would have taken anything, it would have been this bishop.
Bishop, knight e2, c3. Solidify the center, and then see if you can get any attack going with white.
Right. Or some sort of e4 pawn push once you take the bishop.
Yeah. Interesting choice.
Yeah, I like e4 here a lot after it takes the bishop. But taking the knight, I'm not so...
Yeah, I have no idea what his idea behind it is, but let's take a look.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
But
he wants to create a double pawn. And then...
Is there a better way for black to defend, or that's pretty much it?
First thing I would play here, knight e4.
I was thinking knight e4 as well.
Plonk it in there. Let him take it.
So
or will that lose a? Ooh, it will lose a pawn.
It does lose a pawn, but there is a fork at the end of the line.
There is a fork. Yeah. All right. Let's take it out. All right. Let's see. So knight e4. Then say like bishop. Knight takes e4. Pawn takes e4. Bishop takes e4. Bishop takes e4. Knight. Queen takes e4.
What was it? This?
E5.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So it takes.
All right. Everything gets traded off. Trade, and now that one.
I'm tactically sharp today. All right.
Yeah. Nice. Well done. Well done. All right. Well, he has to do something with the bishop.
So you probably save the bishop.
Yeah, but the problem is here. So bishop h5, queen takes b2, and then rook f1 to b1.
F to b1.
You're doing that. Yeah, depends where you're going. Yeah.
Right. You do give some activity.
Yeah, it is some activity.
Probably stay here to watch over the rook. So
true, but I'll take with the queen on b7.
That's true. And
I'll take that one instantly. I have to. Oh, I can't do that.
There's a bishop. Yeah, there's still a bishop blocked.
Yeah, bishop to f8. So all right. So it might be good for white.
Actually, probably wins for black here on this move. So tactically speaking, it probably does work for black.
Yeah.
But this move did pop out immediately to me because he felt kind of off.
True.
All right, let's go back to the game. Oh gosh, what happened there?
What?
Okay, so bishop e7, rook, pawn push takes.
E6, bishop. All right, well, that's a nice way of creating weakness.
Yes. So black's opportunity was missed.
Yeah.
H6. This was very, very well done by Rogov to take advantage of a mistake. Positional. I mean, it's not losing or anything, but long term.
No, but long term, it is weakness.
Thank you for the follow, Tribalo Sense. Appreciate it. All right, and I guess black's only other plans here. Okay, he fixed the pawns. This is actually a pretty good bishop over here.
Yeah, but now, yes.
For c5.
I don't think. No, I'm actually thinking more in the line of c6, rook e8, and e5.
Well, my idea with c5 here. Let's say white makes a.
Go ahead.
What kind of move?
All right. Let's say rook fe1. He wants to play on e4.
Okay. So c5.
Yeah. If you take.
I'm giving you triple pawns.
So, yeah. Knight e2.
Knight e2. Captures.
Pawn takes.
And then.
c3. All right. A3 would be possible. Yeah, A3, A5.
It seems black is quite a bit of something.
Yeah.
It's a game.
A little bit.
I prefer the knight slightly.
Yeah, but it needs to move quickly now. Knight c1, I believe, is needed. Then
hop in there.
Yeah, yeah. White and black both have backward pawns here.
Right. So it's an interesting position. I prefer whites for structure, but it's not the end of the game, end of the world for black. Black has chances.
Now let's check the c6 e5 maneuver. Let's see if we can get that fin for black.
So instead, let's say the rook e1, c6.
Yeah.
Knight here, I assume. What was it?
Knight
b5?
No, not b5. Knight a to e8. a8 to e8. The rook. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Try to get rid of this backward pawn.
Yeah, and then. What? You sure you want to do that?
Nah, I don't want to get rid of that.
That's quite like.
I'm thinking like controlling this square. So after this, that's an interesting idea.
All right.
I don't like it anymore because gives that bishop a little bit something.
I would actually play g5 again.
Still g5.
Yeah. I would want to get rid of that. So take pawn takes g5. Get rid of that bishop, that thing.
Well,
or is it just too much?
The king's getting a little exposed here.
A little bit.
Just a tad. Can't take with the bishop because of pin.
Yeah, pawn takes and then.
That might be a little too cheeky.
Well, it's not
H4.
that difficult. Yeah, I'm thinking of queen to g7 after that. A4, queen g7.
Oh, excuse me. Well, that was a mouse slip, but I kind of like it.
You like the mouse slip. All right.
Usually I don't like mouse slips. This is actually not too bad of a move.
Yeah,
but,
no, knight f4 is not a bad move. I just wanted to see if it. No. You need to prevent g6. I would say. All right, queen g7. Let's play it.
There's a tactic here. No, it doesn't work. Sorry, I thought queen takes was forced, but there's actually rook takes. Never mind.
No, go to queen g7.
Queen to g7. So after knight here, queen g7.
Knight f4, queen g7, and then let him take on e6.
Well, we have this now.
All right, bishop b4, check. Thanks.
e4 check.
Yeah.
Queen still hit.
Yeah, bishop f2. Is this possible?
Bishop f2. Wow.
Yeah, it takes queen. I take queen. You take rook. I take rook.
Takes. Hit here. It's definitely a game still. Big game.
Yeah, still.
But I definitely black out something. Black's better here.
Yeah, so I think one of the two, c5 or e5. You have to break somewhere. Though this is a lot more riskier. I agree with you.
Does this work?
Yeah, all right, let's take.
Takes.
I take on e1.
Takes. Start with this.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't play that one. Bishop b4.
Bishop b4. Nasty.
Take the pawn. Rook b8. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's so nasty.
I'll take the knight then. Take the knight. Get the pawn back.
Yep. I was thinking that this rook can go here, but I guess not.
No.
We went a little too far there, but
what have you been
coffee
drinking?
actually?
And where can I get it? Starbucks or
yeah, Starbucks.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Your idea here is to get rid of this pawn, the weakness, and f4 is just a little too much here. So
yeah, but calculation. You need to be absolutely sure with black that this works.
Exactly.
Because it's an idea, and tactics in these positions are dangerous.
Yeah. So white opts for e4 actually.
All right. So he wants to actually play e5. That's what he wants to do, white. He can now play e5.
Why wouldn't he play e5 then? This is good. Like that bishop's just
good.
Bad for the rest of the game.
Yeah. e5, knight
play
e2,
a3, knight e2, c3. You slow play the win with the knight.
And also, after knight e2, f4 becomes even more powerful.
Yeah. So
I like this. Yeah.
Definitely an expected move here.
Yeah. That's going to be an expected one.
Okay, let's go ahead and check out the final pairing here. I play online chess versus Magician from Riga. So we have
Tol. That is world champion Tol they're referencing.
Oh.
He was called the Magician of Riga.
Uh-huh.
And Riga is in Latvia.
Ah, cool. So let's go back to the beginning here.
Yeah, d4, d6.
Guy, by the way, is a very good openings expert, so I'm going to take...
This can be Old Indian, King's Indian transposition, or if e4 comes, then it comes with the possibility of playing the Philidor defense, which you guys have
keep it as a perk.
Yeah, or perk. So.
Oh, the Philidor, yeah. Go for it. Put that plug in.
But if they play c4 here, black has an instant nice move, e5.
Ooh, we called it.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah. This is one of the nasty tricks, because you're actually playing in the same idea as the Philidor, but there is no bishop on c4 because there's a pawn.
So that doesn't not even possible. Yeah. So how's white respond to this? E4?
There are a few ways. Knight f3r, d5 is possible, knight c3, but that's not that good actually, because you can take on d4, queen takes d4, and then knight c6, and then go for quick g6, bishop g7, and knight ge7.
Right.
And
that's what we get in the game here. Queen d2.
Yeah. So knight f6. All right. Well, from my own experience, because very strangely, there are transpositions from the English into this type of opening. And usually it's then, for me, g3 and bishop d2 getting coverage on the d5 square. But yeah, this is it. All right.
Yeah, this is all pretty standard so far.
This is all standard. Yeah, and now they want to get into, I believe d5 is for black, the idea, right?
Rook c1. Interesting.
Yeah, why do you play rook c1 here?
I don't know. I would play like rook e1, e4. Something like that. Personally, I don't know what you would do.
Yeah, all right. In this position, I would have already played e4.
Maybe like knight here.
Knight there is also
possible. Knight d4.
Yeah, knight b5 looks quite nice, but then you have to deal with a4.
d5, a4, I still play knight here.
Still play the knight there. And then I would play a3. Can I play knight a3? You would take. You got too much. No, you got too much on a3 there.
Oh, well, yeah,
that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. That knight can go back. So you have to take the knight first then. And then will you use the bishop or the knight? Yeah. So this one. This is where it's all about.
There's a lot of potential here for white to get some good play, it feels.
So a4 is not the good move after knight b5. All right, knight b5. If I go d5 here.
All right, d5. I'll follow with my... Ooh, meanie. You meanie. It's a good move.
Everything is allowed in love, war, and chess. So put that in the pipe and smoke it.
That's actually a good move. I don't know what to do against that.
Yeah, because that's probably the idea behind bishop e6 and rook e8 is getting the break in the center.
So I'm going to prevent that with probably e4 had to be played then.
e4. Let's take a look. e4. Uh-oh. Knight d7.
Knight d7. We still play for this.
Yeah. Take the bishop out.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to do that. There is no choice here.
Doesn't feel right for black.
Yeah, I'm thinking here. Yeah, no, it doesn't. All right, go back one move. Knight b5. Now. There was something that I was thinking of.
Maybe like...
Oh yeah, knight e5.
Knight e5.
Knight to e5.
So captures.
Take with the knight again.
f5. f4.
f4.
I think white, actually, stopping black's only plan in the position is probably what allows all this.
Yeah, true. e4. Good move. So let's see after e4. What else does he have? What else do you have at the moment that can help? Not knight d7. Let's see if we got something more aggressive.
I'm just kidding.
Well, that is a little bit too much. Just a tad. Just a tad.
Aggro, let's go.
Yeah, no. I'm actually thinking of getting rid of the bishop on e6 because that would open an attack line on e4.
Mm-hmm. So like something like here.
Yeah, let's see. Bishop g4.
Okay, bishop
Then knight
g4. Well, now the difference of bishop g4, there's no bishop to control d5, so I'll come into here now.
Thank you very much. On e4, knight takes e4.
Oh yeah, that's that doesn't
King
work.
yeah, you
No.
take. I'll take the queen. Yeah, be careful. So I'm thinking knight d4 here instead of knight d5.
Yeah, knight d4.
Yeah, you gotta take. You can't. Knight takes d4, queen takes d4, and then knight d4. Thank you very much.
Can't you just take here?
No, not yet.
Oh, because knight takes.
Yeah, not yet. Knight takes d4, queen takes d4, and then knight takes e4.
Yeah, defended, attacking, 30.
Yes. You know.
So I do like this move. Very, very nice move, bishop g4.
Yeah.
How does white even respond? I think probably rook e1, and try to play against play for a bishop pair potentially with h3.
All right, now I'm gonna be very nasty right now. I'm gonna take on f3.
Take on f3.
I'm gonna remove the knight, yeah, because I don't like it. Now knight to d7. I want to get a knight into d4 and create a lock on the dark squares.
Onto d4 or e5?
And e5, both.
Oh, okay.
I want to lock down the dark squares.
Mm-hmm.
And that knight of yours was actually preventing me to do that.
Interesting. So after knight here, you can actually probably get away with this now.
Yeah.
And
but I would have I would have done it with the other knight to e5. The reason why is c6. Also that
c6.
and c6.
Yeah, lots of good stuff here.
Yeah, so it is a bit, you're weakening yourself a little bit, but if you
liquidate
can get
enough
to work, liquidate enough, then yeah, because the knight has to then move back, and then you can go with like a queen to f6 to defend the dark square. So this is a difficult position. I think e4 then, if this works for black, means that e4 is an error.
Right. Oh,
so yeah,
guys at home, go ahead and throw on your engine, see what you got.
Yeah. Tell us.
All right, let's go ahead and hop back into the main game, and we have rook c1. This is all about, I was curious, like, did white have better here, but maybe he didn't see anything. h6.
Why?
Preventing knight
Why
d5.
h6? All right, go back instead of h6. If he now breaks with d5, let's see this d5. Can he do it?
So d5 now. It's captures.
All right, knight takes.
Mm-hmm.
I would take with the queen. Queen takes d5. Bishop takes d5. King takes. Yeah, rook a to d8.
Yeah, it's a game.
Right.
It's an endgame.
Yeah, but and then knight to b4. And those pawns are getting. Oh, yeah, too much. You're right. All right, so I have to protect the c7 pawn then. That means rook to e7, yeah.
Yep. Always operate on the opposite color of the opponent's bishop.
Yeah.
It's a good way to protect yourself long term.
Yeah.
Is there a way to exploit this? I feel like I can almost take the knight. Pawn takes, knight b5. It's close. Doesn't quite work because the pawn protects the bishop.
Yeah.
Order. No, I don't want to give away this guy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Kind of have to, though. It's getting kind of stuck. So I guess maybe this.
I take on g2. All right, take on d4. Take on d4 if you take with the rook. All right, then it is rook first c6.
Where?
I'm thinking of a few moves. Either c6 and then rook to d7.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is with c6, there's also a problem with rook to c5.
Mm-hmm.
I can play rook to e7 to d7 right now, but the threat of taking on d4 is not really that big because of rook takes c7 in the end.
Yeah, and if black doesn't stop this, I mean, white can start getting play, and maybe this becomes a passer.
Yeah,
if a correct play. I
let's
mean,
play rook to d5 first.
That's a nice move.
This way. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Never mind.
Yeah, you're going to do that. Yes, and that little move is now rook to the other rook to d7. Yes. Ooh, that's c5.
Yeah, I saw c5. I was like, uh-oh. So playing passive chess never works, guys. Always play active.
Rook's active. So rook d5, and I still think it is in the area of
probably have to play here.
Equal. Yeah, but
and then just kind of shuffle a bit, see what happens.
Yeah, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind playing f5 here.
Okay. I'll get away with this. Rook check at the end.
Rook check at the end. All right, I take your rook. And then I'm going to play king f6 or king f7.
Okay. Either of the two to stop this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
It's an endgame, and it's going to be who's more technical.
Yeah.
And that all stems from
d5 there.
Whether or not d5.
Yeah.
A d5 endgame. Let's go.
Those are the positions you try to work to. But he played h6. I have no idea why.
Well, let's see what happens. So h6. I'm probably just being, overly cautious.
All right. Well, there comes the trade of the bishop.
Now I like white. It's pretty nasty.
You need to get rid of that. Holy, excuse you?
What?
What the?
Not this, and then not this. Oh my goodness.
You want one?
Rook takes.
All right, but no. You take with the pawn here.
Yeah, you take with the pawn? Okay.
Yes. You know why?
No.
Take a look at the pawn on c7. It's always a weakness. You can pound on it. Like nothing before, like say knight to d4 here, and then double the rooks on here, and then uptake en passant.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Calm.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, this is very paralyzing for.
Yeah, this is one of the ideas that actually comes from the Botvinnik English. With if they incorrectly take on d5 and you get a pawn on d5 and they do not get rid of it, then the c7 pawn becomes always a weakness, and you just can keep rook on everything. You can pound on that line.
Very nice. Actually, knight d4 is probably a winning line here positionally. I feel paralyzed as black. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and then e4, f4.
Yeah, that's way too much.
I am gonna take the entire center, or there's no way that black can hold this in the end.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead.
5 is possible.
I'd like to hop in back to the first section here, Rockefeller.
Whoa. This is a little bit uneasy here. Those are inaccuracies. Oh, and he uses his knight on e4. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Your knight on e4 was so much more powerful. And you don't trade down like this. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh dear. 4 against 3. Yeah.
I just hear sadness in the background.
No. Oh god, don't. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Well, thanks for the pawn. Now, whoop. Let's go. Yeah, it's just get it, queen. Yep, e7. Yeah, e8, queen. Thank you very much. Well, I'm gonna snack all your pawns, or are you gonna kill them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, king of 7 and just kill them. All right. Oh. White, black wasn't lost. White made an inaccuracy. He had the knight on e4, and he should have kept everything on the defense on e4, because e4 defends everything.
Mm-hmm.
Black made a few errors after winning the pawn, but still good win in the end. But black did help him a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a little help, but I'll have to admit one thing, and every chess player has problems with it. defending a lost or less position is extremely difficult.
Yeah,
to get
this is very
everything
true.
right. Oh, this is
All right. So this was that Queen's Gambit
the
game with an
Queen's
early
Gambit.
A3, and this was that interesting moment. Where was it? Right here.
Yeah,
Kind of headed
we
off.
both agree.